Hi there. I'm going to give you a quick presentation on the Forex Dashboard, which is due for release at the end of January 2009. Here you can see the live version of the web-based Forex Dashboard and with all its live feeds into the various markets. What you see on the bottom here is what I call the Breakout Pane. It has 36 cross currencies which have varying degrees of strengths and weaknesses. Now the bright red that you see here shows a pending breakout low as well as the current strengths and weaknesses that it is sitting at the moment. So you can see these two currencies at 3% and 2% are due to breakout low and they are weak at the moment. The bright green colors signify a breakout high, and the other colors in between are varying degrees of strengths and weaknesses. These buy and sell signals that you see here can be set individually per currency, and I'll show you how to do that. On these sliders over here, you can set the weakness per currency on a value between 0 and 25, and for your strengths from 75 to 100%. You can also select each individual currency and move it around to place it in this window pane to your personal preference. Alright, so what we're now going to look at is the overall currency strength. I just want to zoom in a bit here. Okay, now the overall currency strengths are measured against a basket of currencies and allow you to see each individual currency strength, ranging from 0, which is weak, to 100%, which is strong. All major currencies are shown here. We have the Australian dollar, we have the Swiss franc, Canadian dollar, the euro, the British pound, Japanese yen, New Zealand dollar, and the US dollar. And as you can see, at the moment, the Japanese yen and the US dollar are very strong, the pound being the weakest of the lot. I just want to resize here again so we can see what's going on. And then the last window that I want to show you, let's just go back here, is the commodities and stock and indices window. These work much the same way the cross currencies do. The commodities include gold and oil, and the stock futures on the right here are divided into US stocks and European stocks. The US stocks include the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, the Dow, and the Russell 2000. On the European stocks, we have the FTSE 100, the DAX, the CAC, Euro stocks, and the SMI. And these percentages that you see here are average percentages. So you can just see at a glance at what the overall strengths and weaknesses of the various stock markets and how the commodities are doing at any point in time. Alright, so now I just want to go through a quick way of, or some of the ways that we can trade using the Forex Dashboard. You can trade breakouts, and the way you would trade breakouts, or the way I trade breakouts, would be to set the various alerts that you see here. and the way I showed you how to set it up on your individual slider. Once these alerts pop up, you then look at the overall currency strength to see which is the weakest and which is the strongest. And typically what you would do is buy the strong currency and sell the weak currency. So for instance here we can see that the pound and the Japanese yen are strongest and weakest. So you would sell GBP JPY, and you can see that it's currently sitting at 4%, so this may be a good trade. But you also have to look at the charts to see how far the currency has moved, and also if it's sitting at a level of support or resistance, and then wait for that level of resistance to be breached. You can also do correlation trading. For example, the euro, the US dollar, and gold are closely correlated. If there is a big move up in gold, normally what happens is the US dollar will weaken and the euro will strengthen. So, for example, you would buy the euro USD. So gold and oil can be considered a leading indicator. We can also look at stocks to give us an indication of trades. So when stocks, for instance, are very low, which they aren't currently, you would then look at the yen getting a lot stronger. Now currently the yen is quite strong, so the stocks here may be either recovering or they're going to go lower. And then you would look at the cross currencies with the Japanese yen. You could be looking at the GBP JPY or the Euro JPY, CHF JPY. There's quite a number of them. You can also use counter trends. Right, so for instance, if there's been a big move in the currencies, look for signs of reversals by monitoring gold and oil and stock market indices as a leading indicator as to when the US dollar or the Japanese yen may turn, giving you an indication to go counter trend. So these are just a few ways that you can use to trade the Forex Dashboard. You can also just use it as a market watch to show you where the market is at any given point in time, thereby giving you an overall view of the markets. Okay, this concludes the presentation. The Forex Dashboard is due for release at the end of January 2009. The first 100 clients will receive a special reduced rate. If you're interested, please make sure you register on my site for a 14-day free trial. And you can go to www.forexwealth.blogspot.com, and don't miss out on this great opportunity to trade the markets with a global perspective. I look forward to hearing from you. All the best. Bye for now.